So good. Oh wait, let me make sure my phone's on silent because she was not before. Just hope that we're able to kind of express this not need, but hopefully want to constantly support your fellow Vikings in whatever athletics it is that they do, especially on those days where they might not win, but just understanding that it's still super vital and important to be there and show support and unwavering support, regardless of those wins and losses.
And so the cheer squad spends a lot of time together. So how do you guys maintain positivity all year round?
We really just have like our come together moments where we know that this is a long season for us. So we have to know that even though we're all girls with different types of attitudes, that we're supposed to work together because we are cheer sisters. We are a family. So you have to come together and just know that we love each other, and then this is what we're here for.
So there's about 5 big pep rally performances that we do. So I know we've got the welcome back to school pep rally, we've got homecoming, there's the winter sports pep rally, the holiday pep rally that we just had, and then we'll do one more big performance during the coming home pep rally. And I would say what's probably trickiest about it is just finding the time at practices to teach those routines, and then also trying to figure out, like, find a formula
Yes.
of like, what do we want the routine to look like? Is it going to be just a dance and some stunts? Is there a cheer going to be in it? How intricate do we want it to be? Do we have the time to perfect it? And then from there, knowing when to like cut some things down, just being like, yeah, we don't have enough time to really perfect this and put it out there as a performance. So really, time probably our biggest enemy. So for the most part, I try to keep it where it's the captain's responsibility and they are the ones coming up with the routines. So Denivia being our captain and also our co-captain Tanner Dove, I really kind of let them have the creative reign because at this point they know the level of expectation of what the routines need to look like, and they've got their spots for a reason. They know what the routine should look like. So I kind of give them big creative responsibility in that, and I'm myself and my assistant coach are more so just the check off of, yeah, this looks good. Yeah, I think this is a good idea, and also keeping it in the realistic mindset of, well, will we have enough time to do all of that? Now we can also come in and like help them with stuff if they need help as well, but I try to keep it more so that the captains are the ones kind of leading the creative train, and I'm just there to support it.
I would say for me, it helps with my leadership skills. Just being able to talk to diverse people and then to know that not everybody's going to understand where I'm coming from, but I just know I have to learn how to communicate it in a way that it gets across for everybody.
I, I would have to say it's our homecoming performance so far. It's a tough one between that and our welcome back performance, but I would probably say homecoming just because we have spent so much time this year really pushing to elevate our stunts. And I feel like that routine really showcased the improvement of the stunting that we did with our basket sequences, with the girls getting tossed up in the air and then like rolling over into a whole bunch of other different stunts that, like, I'm not going to go all technical and boring with, but I feel like that routine really showcased our growth from last year and also all of the work that we put in over the summer to really make sure that our stunts are top notch this year.
I would say football season. I just think just because the fans are like right in front of us, even though they're watching more football, I just feel like when we're there smiling and they look at us just for even a quick second, when we're saying like, "Come on, fans, say this, cheer with us," especially the Viking Rumble, the student section really gets engaged with us, and I just think it's a really good time. I would say Northeast, just because it's a fair game when we go against them, and we kind of have some of the similar cheers, so it's kind of nice to see, the way that they change the motions or the words and the way that we do it, and it kind of gives us a time to like when we see them do it, if we need to change something up that we have, that when we go against another school, we know what to perfect. Mm,
That's a great
that is a
question.
great question. I would say my co-captain. I would really say like we in previous years we weren't the strongest of bonds, but now we really have a good bond to where we communicate all the time with each other. And I would say she motivates me because some days I really have a busy schedule and I didn't do what I needed to do as a captain. So when I see her looking at me as, I kind of look up to you, she looks up to me. So then she motivates me to get what I need to do on time instead of Coach G looking at me like, girl, what you got going on? So like she motivates me to just keep going and then no, I got cheers to teach today. I got a routine to come up with. Like I need to get myself together.
Definitely Aaliyah Sapp. She's one of our seniors this year. And truly, it's nothing cheer specific, but we have bonded constantly over the fact we both have family from New York. So we just talk about that a lot. We talk in a very similar fashion. We have a very similar sense of humor. So just whenever we're near each other, we are just constantly like pinging off one another. But I do see myself in her in the sense of when we are at practice, she can very quickly, and Denivia too, but she can very quickly go from goofy, having a good time to, okay, like now we've got work to do and we've got to cut to it. And like she's good at having that balancing act for sure. Hmm. I know for myself, which is kind of hard to do, is really maintaining that balance of having those silly, goofy moments at practice where that's where we are doing our team bonding the most, is in those moments where we're maybe not practicing a cheer or working on stunts or learning a routine. It's just being able to be in each other's presence for a little bit. Working on having that balance, especially during basketball season right now, because basketball season is so go, go, go. Like this week, we have practice on Monday and Wednesday, and then we have a game Tuesday, Thursday, Friday this week. So basketball season is a lot on top of holding all of the cheerleaders to that academic standard of they can't be failing a class. If you're failing a class, you are not going to be participating. So trying to really find that balance is something that I'm constantly working to make sure that we are hitting. And I feel like we've kind of hit our groove this
Yeah.
year. And I think that shows in our performance as well too.
I would say just to remember that we represent Northwest. So anything that we do, everybody's looking at us like, oh, well, if they didn't do this right, then, why should we? And just we keep up the school spirit. So if we don't have it, then they're not going to have it. The cheerleaders, we represent Northwest. So if we don't represent in a respectful way, then who will?
There are so many. There are absolutely so many moments because we are just constantly laughing. Like we literally just came from our Secret Santa potluck and it's just nothing but giggles. But one to me that's really funny, there was this TikTok trend going around between like dancers and cheerleaders of like telephone choreography. And we thought we were going to do so well at it. So essentially, one of the cheerleaders would be in the back of the line. They would come up with a quick like 8 count routine, and then they would teach it to the person in front of them, and then we try to see if the person in the front has the same. And it was so bad, it got changed within like the second person that was taught the routine, and it was terrible. But it was so funny, just kind of witnessing and having everybody in the back was like, "Oh, that's not what I did. Oh, that's not what that is," and just seeing how drastically it changed